No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction.
You failed to appear for court multiple times in this case.
Your Honor, just for the record, the named defendant is actual property, a registered trade name. And the case has also been certified as a fraud. I have court certified documents to prove that. That should be on the record. And that's the reason why it was certified to be a fraud, because the plaintiff is a foreign-owned private corporation, which I have no contract with, and neither does the registered trade name and the registered.
Buckle up, guys, because today we're jumping straight into a courtroom circus you won't believe. Our star? A sovereign citizen who insists the court has zero authority over him. He flat out says being in custody is illegal because, according to him, he doesn't even legally exist. The judge wastes no time shutting that down, but you can already tell this hearing is going off the rails fast. Sit tight. This is only the beginning of a mind-bending meltdown.
Trade name has been used without authorization and permission, and there's an act of identity theft, and that's probably one of the reasons also why the state has acquiesced that both cases are a fraud. Let me add one more piece of information. I am a foreign sovereign with respect to the privately owned foreign corporation known as the state of Washington.
Yes, on the 303 matter, Mr. Haywood was sentenced to serve 4 days in jail. He failed to report to the jail on June 29, 2023, and we're asking him to be taken into custody to serve that time.
No objection, Your Honor. I actually contacted the jail to make special arrangements to deliver the defendant with the special arrangements to not damage the paper, and the jail refused. So I attempted to deliver the defendant, and objection, the state has no standing as they are representing a privately owned foreign corporation, and the prosecutor is not licensed to practice law in this.
I think it's the 303 that he was convicted and ordered to do jail. And
All right, guys, now watch him double down on his fantasy. He starts spewing a word salad about his name being a registered trade name, the state, being a foreign corporation, and identity theft thrown in for good measure. He rattles off pseudo-legal nonsense like a conspiracy podcast on steroids. Meanwhile, the courtroom just lets him ramble, stacking up a pile of sovereign phrases that make zero legal sense. You can almost hear the judge's internal eye roll.
you believe that he didn't comply with jail, because there's a docket entry that said defendant complied with jail. Maybe that was an error.
That was probably my attempt to deliver the defendant to the jail, but they refused. And just to clarify, the defendant only exists on paper, just as the plaintiff only exists on paper. The jail refused the paper, and here we are today. And the state still hasn't proven standing yet, by the way, as well.
So, Mr. Haywood, it doesn't look like you did the sentence on the 303 matter, and so I am going to quash the warrant. However, I am going to have you serve that time.
Okay, well, I'll deliver the paperwork to the jail. That's fine. I tried to once before, but they refused it. And just to clarify, I'm not the defendant. There is nothing on there, nor is there any testimony from anybody as first-hand witnesses under penalty of perjury that I am the defendant. And I've uploaded plenty of documentation to prove I'm not the actual defendant. That is a registered trade name matter.
Here's where he tries to rewrite reality again. He claims he did his jail time by attempting to deliver a piece of paper, yes, paper, to the jail instead of himself. He says the jail refused the paper, so technically, he complied. It's wild watching him argue that a warrant applies to paper, not a human body. The prosecutor stays calm while everyone else tries not to burst out laughing. This is sovereign. Logic at its peak. Paper equals freedom.
Public record and registered with the state. So if you want me to serve some jail time, then we're going to need to change who the defendant is, because I'm not the defendant.
All right, so can you upload a new commitment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the reason they couldn't put my name on there as a defendant is because I'm a foreign sovereign with respect to the corporate entity known as the state of Washington, of which I have no contract with.
Well, you had your day in court on the 303 matter. You had a trial. You represented yourself or the defendant, whichever way you want to say it, but you represented the defendant yourself. and you were convicted, and you were ordered to serve 4 days in jail. You didn't do that. And so
The defendant was ordered to serve 4 days in jail, and I attempted to deliver the defendant to the jail, but the jail refused.
okay, well, I'm going to make sure that they don't, because I've done a new commitment for you today so that they won't refuse for the defendant to serve that time. You're going to serve those 4 days, and then you'll be released, and nothing more will happen on that 303 case. You'll be done. And then
He argues the defendant only exists on paper, so no real jail time is needed. The judge, showing the patience of a saint, clarifies again, real people do real time. But this guy keeps spinning tales of paper personas and fake identity theft. The courtroom tension grows while he repeats himself like a broken record. Sovereign citizens really think they're untouchable because they reject basic reality. But reality is catching up fast in this room.
this case will be heard August 24th at 10:30 in the morning. If you change your mind about representing yourself, then you can ask for help if you want it. If you don't want help, we don't have to have it. So we'll see you in August. I'm going to have you take a seat right over there.
I won't be here for the defendant on August 24th. Would you like me to deliver the defendant to the jail?
I would like you to sit over there
Is there any
with
standing
the
or
defendant.
jurisdiction chosen, proven here yet?
Please go take a seat.
Okay, so let the record reflect no jurisdiction has definitively been established.
Okay, please go take a seat. Sonia Sesko, customer 231024002. Mr. Haywood, sit down.
Am I obligated to follow these rules?
You are going to sit down right now.
Do you have any jurisdiction? I don't believe you have any jurisdiction that's been proven yet.
Please sit down.
Are you threatening with violence?
I'm asking you to sit down.
You only have authority over the defendant. You have no authority.
What are you doing?
Mr. Haywood,
You're escaping?
I got that.
At this point, the judge decides enough is enough. She reminds him he had a trial, got convicted, and must serve 4 days in jail. No more excuses, no more paperwork gimmicks. He still argues he's a foreign sovereign, and the court can't touch him. Nice try, buddy. The judge calmly signs new paperwork to make sure the jail can't refuse him this time. One way or another, this paper rebel is going to sit in a real cell.
Things to do?
no, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing. You got some proof of
Okay,
that?
well, we are all being recorded, so if you leave this courtroom, it'll be a felony escape charge. Your choice.
Okay, well then, I guess in the best interest of peace, in regards to your violence, I will go ahead and relax for a minute, but let's get with it. I got things to do. Got it?
What was that just thrown?
Car keys.
Do you know that person?
Yeah, they're my voice.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Mr. Haywood has been very disruptive. He tried to leave the courtroom once he was placed in custody. So just FYI, be careful with him.
So, give me a break. Can I just see just need to see it, thank you. Can I see who's being put into custody, please? I just need to see the name. I just need to see the name of the person. Okay, that's not me, that's the problem here.
Christopher Sanborn's matter. We're here today.
He throws one last Hail Mary. Maybe he can swap who the defendant is, or deliver more paper instead of himself. The judge calmly explains the next hearing date, his rights, and repeats for the millionth time that he must sit down and comply. He mumbles about jurisdiction like a broken sovereign script, but he's running out of runway. This moment shows exactly why judges need patience awards. It's exhausting, hilarious, and painful all at once.
That's not me. The name is same, but that's my registered trade name. I got all that documentation right here.
Okay, good. We're
You want
going
it?
to take care of it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the defendant technically.
If you want that, I can go with you, put everything private.
Hold on 1 second. Well, that's taken care of.
We can see this, and then get the right name.
Did she file a notice of appearance?
I will make sure that she does, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. So yeah, no, you've got Ms. Bradshaw, so that's fine. You don't need to do those forms.
Here comes the climax. He tries to walk out, claiming no authority exists. The judge doesn't blink. She warns him escaping is a felony. He stalls, weighing his imaginary law book against cold reality. Realizing the court means business, he mumbles about relaxing for peace but keeps eyeing the exit. This is peak sovereign meltdown. Fantasy meets iron bars. The judge keeps her cool while his paper revolution fizzles under threat of real He still cries about his registered trade name as they prep to haul him off. His meltdown proves one thing. These sovereign citizen stunts never end well. They think rejecting the system makes them free, but in the end, jail always loves them back. If you enjoyed this wild ride, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one with even more unbelievable courtroom chaos.